Get it. I always gotta make some weird little shit in the beginning. Okay. I see y'all over there to the left. I see y'all over here to the right. Okay? In the middle. We're gonna 1, 2, 3. Sing it out.
What it is, ho? What's up?
Let's go.
Can a nigga get in them good?
Right.
Set you up like you ain't been cooked.
Middle.
Show your ass how to
Everybody. Oh, yeah.
Give me your number.
Damn, talking about earrings and shit.
Follow that ass in the mall.
In the mall. Okay. Yes. You guys, I'm so excited. Welcome to Ameerah Explains It All today. I don't know why I'm so excited about this topic, but I am because I feel like there is it's just a lot of bad information out there, incorrect information out there about this topic that we're going to have. And today we're going to be talking about a little bit about men and women's sexual health. And first thing we're going to be talking about is men and erectile dysfunction. What causes it and how could you clear it up? And how do you know? We're going to teach you how you may know it. You might not know if you got erectile dysfunction. And then for women, we're going to be talking about BV, which is known as bacterial vaginosis and yeast infections. Now, before you get all creeped out, this is such a good show to stay tuned because so many people. Okay, I want to tell y'all real quick why this is even a topic. Because I keep hearing I'm on social media and I see people that I know, people that I don't know. It's just common for me to see as of the last, and then it's like X amount of years, me seeing people who are having these, or men and women having these sexual debates about just foreplay and, I don't heard it all. Like, yeah, what I'm saying? If she ain't trying to get me hard, she lazy. She don't want to suck the D and it's her job as all type of stuff. Then I hear women like, he didn't do nothing. Like he ain't trying to get it wet down there. Okay. We're going to clear all this up for you today. First thing I want to say is, you don't need anybody to get you hard or wet. That's the first thing I want to say. And when I say you don't need anybody, you might have erectile dysfunction. And that means that when you have a hard time getting the penis up, or it takes a lot of work, foreplay, all that stuff, and you have a hard time, reaching an erection. A lot of people, a lot of men, they think that, a woman, like she gotta suck me or whatever, or she has to do something. She has to touch me. She has to do some whatever to make me erect, to make me hard, when really that is not the truth. That's the furthest thing from the truth. So if you are dating someone, and I'm assuming you're attracted to the person that you're dating, and your senses alone should be enough to be aroused to send a signal from your brain down to your penis, let the blood flow, the circulation, and then you get an erection. Same thing with the woman. The senses alone, you seeing him, he looking like a snack, touch, smell, taste, a kiss. That's about as far as it should go for you to be moist down there. Nobody, let me tell you something, foreplay is just the icing on the cake. It's not something that it's something that humans, we got creative with over time, and we just started adding more different things to, the sexual pleasure of each other. But it's really not required for one another to get wet or erect. So, So what I learned about erectile dysfunction is a lot of men suffer from it and don't even know. So I have a couple of statistics and some stuff I looked up that can kind of help you guys, if you are suffering from, not being able to hang and then you want to blame it on the female. I got some for you. And women, same thing with y'all. I got some information that'll help y'all clear up that BV, clear up that yeast, make you more wet down there if that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? It's more common than not. BV is the most common vaginal women infection. It's just the most common one. Like 9 times out of 10, a woman goes to the doctor for a vaginal infection. It's bacterial vaginosis. And I'm going to explain what, those are as well. But so what did you learn about erectile dysfunction this week? My co-host, Mia. But yeah.
She forgot about me.
No, because I just tried to jump in and man, it was just like,
what I learned is that I've experienced this and I even thought it was normal.
You thought what was normal?
That they were just having maybe, I kind of put it on myself, I guess.
Like a lot of women do.
And I'll be like, because...
What did you experience? You got to be descriptive for our listeners out there. You got to, because a lot of people.
So I'm thinking he wasn't attracted to me, or I couldn't stay in a position long enough for him to stay erect. And I used to be like, damn, I wish I could have just did that for a few minutes longer, or maybe I should have did this touch or feel or whatever the case is. And I was putting it on myself. But now that I am on the road to living a happier, healthier, stress-free life, I realize a lot of stuff is due to stress, lack of sleep, and the foods you guys put in your bodies, women and men.
Yeah. So erectile dysfunction basically is when you have a narrowing of the arteries. There's arteries and, arteries going all through our bodies. And basically that pineal gland that makes you, get hard when you're aroused. It's when your blood is circulating at a certain level. And when your arteries in that area are narrowed because of the inflammation, plaque, mucus buildup, which you get from high inflammatory foods, such as such as donuts, candy, cookies, chips, processed foods,
dairy,
high consumption of meat, fried foods, soy. It's so much stuff that, you men put in your bodies, too much liquor, alcohol,
definitely alcohol, smoking,
tobacco, all that stuff causes a plaque buildup within the arteries of your body. So they said that men that suffer from erectile dysfunction, they are, I forgot the percentage, but they're more likely to, if they suffer from erectile dysfunction, they are more likely to have a heart attack or a stroke because
your blood is not circulating.
Right.
Properly.
So if the arteries in your penis are narrowed, more than likely the arteries that are going through your heart, they're going to be narrowed as well as like your brain and anywhere else that there's major arteries where that need blood flow. And the more you eat these highly inflammatory, aka mucus causing, aka plaque building, aka building up in your bloodstream, the more likely, like I said, it's really just a matter of blood flow. But fret not, my friend, fret not. It's actually very reversible. And did you guys know that just a week of clean eating, you have to eat fresh fruits and vegetables? Now, I always stress the fresh fruits and vegetables thing, but I don't think people really understand the magnitude and the importance of eating more fresh fruits.
You can't eat
fruits.
Apple and then have a whole pizza. That's not how this goes. An apple a day is not enough, especially the bullshit you guys eat from day to day on the day-to-day basis. You guys are not flushing your bowels enough for you to even get the nutrition from the fruits and vegetables for the blood to circulate for you to have an erect penis and last longer.
And that's the thing, Art, it's really just to cleanse the blood. So when I always say fruits and vegetables, herbs, grains and stuff like that, all those things have properties within those foods that cleanse your blood. So when you eat these franken foods or these foods that aren't very nutrient dense and they're, like I said, high in fat, high in unnatural fats, unhealthy fats, lots of sugar, sodium, deep fried. It tell you on the back of the box all the saturated fat, like, you know, and most things that come in the box, you know, it'll cause plaque and mucus. Now, it's not to say that you can't ever eat chips, ice cream, and cheese. It's like you need to really, I'm talking about, when I say extremely, you need to lower your consumption of that shit tenfold. Like you need to be like 80-20, you know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing wrong with indulging and eating what you want sometimes, but you know, we live in an American fat society and everybody goes overboard. And that's why everybody is overweight, arteries clogged, and people walking around with flaccid penises because, and then they want to say, oh, the chick, she didn't do this, and that. When really, no, you need to clean up your diet, sir. And
I'm getting old. 27 is not old.
Yeah, dudes make up all type of excuses.
It's my old age. Y'all capping out at 27? So y'all okay with not having y'all situation right at 27 and just okay with that little jelly bean?
Damn. Okay, so listen, I experienced she said the jelly bean. I experienced actually dating a few men. Like, but the crazy part about it is, look, I'm all out there. Like, I'm fuming. Look, hey,
it's been a couple.
North Carolina, we family. And my Bernie Mac motherfucker was not playing, no. But, hey,
tell it to people.
Listen, I'm not afraid, okay?
Right. Let them know.
I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me. I'm a grown ass woman. Okay, listen.
Circle of truth.
This is circle of truth.
Right.
I've dated a couple men. Look, it went from a few to a couple.
Wording is everything.
I dated a couple dudes, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know, and we had some experiences, and yeah, I mean, I didn't know. Like I said, we were all young, and the crazy part, I don't even think they knew because we're like all in our 20s, and maybe some in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm just saying, like, because it gets worse as you get older. Like me, looking back now, I'm starting to realize, damn, you know, like men have been suffering from erectile dysfunction since like 25 and shit. Like,
I have a friend
they young as hell, and
she
it's
said she hasn't slept with her husband in 5 years.
Because
he's embarrassed. He got erectile dysfunction, and he won't go to the doctor. Y'all need, first of all, y'all need to get out y'all.
And she with him still.
She's still with him.
That's not for better or for worse. For better or for worse is he go to the doctor, and the doctor said, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for your dick. Then,
right.
But that's not for worse. You won't go. I'm just keeping it real.
Sorry,
like,
sir,
I'm sorry.
Your dick is dead.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, baby, we gonna work it out. Shit, baby, I'm single that motherfucker. I'm gonna cheer my baby up for better or worse. For better or worse. I don't know. That's for better or worse. But I wish I have and let me tell you
5 years.
I got a boyfriend at that point. Okay, I wish my husband. I don't want to go to the doctor. Well, then I want a boyfriend. Like we're not playing these type of games. Okay,
right.
Only thing that can keep me away from the D is cancer. And the doctor said, sorry, there's nothing we can do for your dick. I'm sorry. Like that's it. That's the only time I'm like, you know what? I'm rocking with my baby. Hey, we gonna figure it out. Right. You know what I'm saying? We gonna figure this shit out. But if you just like, I don't want to go, all right, well then I want a boyfriend.
Because your spirit is hurt.
Because your ego hurt.
It's bruised. You bruised.
That's
thing
crazy.
I don't understand about people, and this just goes on with everything. If you guys will be literally patches in y'all head, foot about to fall off, eyes about to pop out, and you guys, if somebody literally say, eat this, you guys are that addicted to food that you guys won't even change your eating habits. You have a problem. You have an addiction. Look at me.
She said, look at me.
You have an addiction. You have an addiction, okay? Because it doesn't make any sense. When I had kidney stones, my sister said, drink a bottle of that. It ain't gonna taste the best, but it get rid of your kidney stones. That's all she had to say. I've tried fire, I tried sage, standing on my head, surgery, tears.
Killed a cat.
Slept
with his tail on in
sacrificed my cousin. And stole a baby foot. I tried everything. Because that's how important it was to me for me to get rid of my kidney stones. None of that stuff worked But then I realized everything's related to food. And guess what? I have not had kidney stones in 6 years.
Put a hump in your back and shake your rump. Hey, 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 hey. Get a hump in your back and shake it.
Just saying.
She just stepped her game up to $1 million in health. You know what I'm saying? She got $1 million health points. You know what I'm saying?
Just saying.
Because there's a lot of people that got $1 million and they ain't got $1 million health points though. But she got $1 million health points right now. So congratulations to Mia for 6 years free, clean up her diet, no kidney stones. That's right, girl. That's right. That's right. But no, let's bring it back to the erectile dysfunction. Then we're going to get on this BV and this yeast infection. So men, this is not a men bashing show. It's really to really help you guys. I come to you with love because back in the day, I didn't know how to tell the dude because I didn't even know. Like I said, I'm young as hell. I'm like, Kameelah, I'm like, is it me or is it like, I kind of knew, I really thought back in the day when it used to happen, I thought like the dude was just nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh, he's nervous to be with me.
But, silly rabbit.
Right. Or, I don't know what I was thinking, but really, honestly, it's really erectile dysfunction. Like you have so much chemistry with somebody and y'all just like in the moment and then he pull it out and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's erectile, you know what I'm saying? And it's nothing. It's just a narrowing of the arteries. A week of eating clean, which means, minimize your meat consumption, eliminate cheese for like a week or two, eliminate dairy for a week or two, way more fruits and vegetables, and more non-cooked fruits and vegetables than the cooked ones, because the non-cooked ones are the ones that have the most nutrients that are going to flush and cleanse those artery walls. So that way, literally it happens like, I was watching Dr. Neil Bernard on YouTube. You guys can look him up. He is a doctor that he's a plant-based advocate doctor, and he just basically always tells people the benefits of going more plant-based and what, the benefits and what it can do for you. So his name is Dr. Neil Bernard. And there's another one, and I'm so mad about the one I forgot because he's the black one, but it don't matter. Like, get the information. No, get the information. Start with Neil Bernard because he gives the information in a very clear, concise way for you to understand. And I guarantee you'll never look back. So, yeah, so let's get on to the crazy part about we're going to get into bacterial vaginosis, which is BV, which is what women experience, and yeast infections. The crazy part about these three things, erectile dysfunction, bacterial vaginosis, and yeast infections, is they're all kind of caused by the same things, whatever. Like, it's just, that's the women's effect of what she puts in her body. And this is the male's sexual effect of what he puts in his body. So yeast infection is nothing but an overgrowth of fungus inside the vagina. There's already a small amount of candida or yeast or whatever fungus that's in, very small, very, very, very small amount. Just like with bacterial vaginosis or whatever, that's an overgrowth of, it's an overgrowth of a bacteria that already exists inside of the vagina. So let's say if the vagina had 10 different bacteria or whatever, but all these bacteria help the vagina cleanse itself and the pH stays on point, and all these these 10 different bacteria that, they all work together in unison to keep a happy, healthy, clean vagina. So, but if there's an overgrowth of, let's say, that 10th one or the 8th one, and they start all becoming a gang, and it's like, damn, it's 300 of your family members up in here. That's when the bacterial vaginosis comes along. That is the most common vaginal infection in American women. And it is caused by, I just wrote down a few things of what causes all this stuff. Bacterial vaginosis and yeast infections. Like I said, bread, donuts, candy, energy drinks, alcohol, sugary drinks, chips and processed food, too much fried food, dairy, too much meat. Let's see. Poor nutrition, as in like lower consumption of like fruits and vegetables, always fried, all that stuff. I already said all that. Tobacco, women who smoke a lot of cigarettes or roll a lot of blunts, you're more likely to experience the yeast infection or bacterial vaginosis. Too tight pants, too tight underwear. Dyes that are inside the underwear. Heavy fragrance soaps, like you said.
Dishing too much?
Oh, no. First of all, I know dishing too much. You shouldn't be dishing at all. Like maybe if you make
They said a water dish.
Yeah, you can do a water dish, but don't be like putting like shit up there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't be putting lavender scented whatever.
But let me finish telling the girls because they don't know. I need to read down the list of what causes all this shit. Restricted airflow, which means, from them tight ass pants and those tight ass underwear, you are causing extreme, like you're suffocating your vagina. Basically, it's like becoming like this heavy perspiring cave, and it needs some air for it to stay fresh. So if you got your shit locked up in these tight ass jeans, them tight ass Spanx y'all be wearing, them tight ass underwear, you are more likely to be able to get, bacterial vaginosis or a yeast infection. These harsh perfume soaps, harsh fragrances, spraying shit down there. You really only need to wash the outside of your vagina. See, I'm going to bring a little board up here so I can tell y'all which part you could put soap on the vagina and which part you don't need to put soap on, because some of that soap is irritating. Like, you don't need to put soap directly on the vagina hole.
Right.
Like around it, maybe like, a little bit, get the towel, scrub in between the lips on top. Like, yeah, we're doing a real educate. Like, I've experienced.
Some people just don't know.
Some of y'all just don't know, especially a lot of the young girls and a lot of these grown women be walking around smelling like a damn, hold on, let me finish the damn thing. Hold on. I got to let y'all know what causes this. I'm going to keep it real, ladies. Too much bacteria in the mouth while performing oral sex. Now, the mouth already has like the most bacteria in it, right? But there's some people who just naturally have clean mouths, and but you ain't gonna know until you get with your man or whatever, and you gonna see if his shit set your shit off. You need to be like, and I wouldn't say tell him directly go brush your teeth, but he actually got to brush his teeth and wait about 20 minutes or whatever. And then I know it's like strategic, but I'm trying to keep you from getting an infection or whatever, especially if your man got hella cavities in his mouth. He got hella tartar, all type of shit or whatever, and then he already got dragon breath, and then he gonna put his shit. It's a recipe for disaster.
It reminds me of like when guys smoke blunts, and they just like, would you want those fingers up there? So why would you let that mouth be down there?
Speaking of fingers, dirty fingers during sex or whatever, right?
No.
There's dudes that be having these long nails, like females, and it's a lot of bacteria in their nails, and they want to do their foreplay, and all that stuff causes yeast infections and bacterial vaginosis. Dirty sex partners are too many sex partners. So like if you're sleeping with a man that gets around, then more than likely he could be bringing uncharted bacteria back into your vagina from other unknown entities. So you want to like make sure that whoever you're getting down with, you're either using a condom or that's your man, and y'all both been checked out and y'all cool, and then y'all keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? Tell him he can't be like, baby, we fresh out the shower, don't touch no door handles. All right, now we can get on top of each other and do whatever we gonna do. But just you coming in after smoking blunts and rolling weed and playing PlayStation and trying to put your hand in between. Nigga, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let's see. What else we got on the list? Too much starches, breads, and yeast. That goes back to like the donuts and all that stuff causes yeast infections, bacteria, vaginal. I'm trying to think, did I miss any? Yeah, I think I got everything or whatever. Like, yeah, all that stuff. But I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. So, yeah, they say BV affects 29% of American women. That's 1 out of 3 women. So it's very common. I don't want nobody turning their nose up at this motherfucking. That means 1 out of 3. If you got 4 homegirls, 1 or 2 of y'all don't experience BV. Okay? Or yeast infection. That's why they got a whole damn aisle dedicated to us at every damn store to keep your vaginal health intact. So,
and you guys learn smells.
That's what, I'm sorry, not to cut you off. I forgot to tell what are some of the symptoms of BV. Do you know some of the symptoms of BV?
Yes. So, discoloration in the discharge.
A heavy discharge.
Discharge. It could be gray. It could be creamy white. It could be yellow. All those are different signs of what bad to good is. So if it's gray, it's bad. If it's yellow, it's getting bad. And if it's white, creamy, clearish white, then you good.
Well, no, because it's actually not supposed to be. It's not because that's still part of that could be a yeast infection if it's like it should be a light.
I didn't say
clear.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Normal is like a light, clear kind of, not really white, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know that's normal, just a little bit. But if you got, if your shit just dripping in puddles and all this other shit, you might want to go and get checked out, hit the drugstore counter, whatever you got to do. Ladies, your vagina is supposed to be dry all day, every day. So if you are wearing like I said, certain things that make it very, that vaginal area perspire a lot, it can set it off or whatever. Like I said, it's supposed to be dry. So when it's walking around when you're walking around and it's very moist in that area all day, and it's been moist like that all day, I'm talking about I'm just letting you know, you want to keep that area clean. That's why people use panty liners and stuff like that to constantly change. You know what I'm saying? If something is going on or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can keep yourself dry down there. Smells. Yes. It smells like death. Smells like fish. Smells like, let me say something. It smells like what, just the worst shit that people say. I was about to say, it smells like, the most common smell, its characteristic is a loud, fishy or ammonia bleach smell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get checked out. It could be something else. It could be a STD. Now, bacterial vaginosis is not an STD. It's just a vaginal infection that you can cause within yourself. Because even if you're not having multiple sexual partners or no partners at all, if you constantly using perfumes and washing your shit with heavy soap, you can cause your own bacterial vaginosis without a man's help. And yeast infection as well.
Right.
You got anything to add on that or whatever as far as yeast infection? Now, have you ever experienced a BV or yeast infection?
I have, and thank God it was later on in my life because I hear that some women get them all the time. So when it first happened to me, I almost killed my ex. I was like, this motherfucker gave me something. What is this? So I called my sister, let her know what the deal is. She was just like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and how do I get this?
Yeah, she's been blessed to have one way late in life. She was 27 by the time she got her first one. And I was like, bitch, no, I'm playing. No, but I had to learn the hard way because I grew up in a household where my mom was old school. She taught us about sex and she taught us about sex and little things with sexual health, but I really had to learn all that stuff from my first primary physician. Shout out to Linda Wilhelm out there. Yes. No, she really taught me at 17, my first OBGYN, and she really taught me just how to really take care of myself and how to, just stay infection and discharge free, you know what I'm saying? And it definitely was a lot of trial and error going on throughout the years. I always had to come back to her, ask her questions, do different, I've experienced both, of course. I mean, it said 50% of women get a bacterial infection at least once every 3 months. 50% of women. That's how you know it's super common, and it's really because of our diet. When I think about the days that I used to suffer from this, because I know the numbers, the shit that I looked up, I know the numbers are correct because I used to experience both of these all the time. But it's because I didn't even realize it's because of how poor my diet was. I stress to people all the time. That's actually how I cleaned up my diet and got on my health tip, because I got tired of all these little things happening to me out of. I'm like, I want to be healthy. I don't want to be walking around with bacterial vaginosis and fucking yeast. I want to be a healthy, person with a nice healthy woman with a good pH, which I have been doing for years. So everybody give me a motherfucking clap. I ain't experienced that bullshit in a long time, and I'm very happy about it. No, because it really is a science. It's a science to. The vagina is very tricky. It is
the whole body, because the thing about it is that your body, once you start, because even me, at my age right now, I'm still learning about my body and men's body and what throws it off. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that. When you start learning about health in your body, you can feel that shit coming on.
Yes, you can feel it.
If you eat all that bullshit, it blocks your fucking patterns and all the shit that runs through your mind, and it shoots down. You just be like... You don't even recognize the smell. You don't recognize what's going on in your underwear. You don't recognize your partner throwing you off. Like, I'm so clean. Like, I know when I will know.
Yeah, you have to definitely be self-aware. Like, it's a 100%, big self-awareness. 100%. Like, you have, and that's what I be thinking. Like, when smell grown women walking around, like, okay.
You be like, I smell you. You don't smell you. You're supposed to do self-checks in the bathroom, okay? For those that you have never done this before, and you look.
And it's okay. Like, my doctor told me at 17.
You smell?
She said, and I used to think that this was weird to do this or whatever, like, as far as, like, sniff your underwear. But my doctor's like, no, that's exactly how you keep up with your body's health. That's how you're the first one to know something is off when it's not, because it will not smell like normal, or like you got to really look at, like, when you wipe yourself, put it up to your nose, ladies, or whatever smell. I ain't saying put it all in your face, but if it smells regular, whatever regular is to you or whatever, it's supposed to not smell like anything, but everybody knows their own regular smell. I don't know like that, you know what I'm saying? But I know whatever, it's supposed to smell like nothing, but if it does smell like something, it ain't supposed to be nothing harsh. It ain't supposed to be nothing that's knock my damn eyebrows or singe my eyebrows or anything like that. It's supposed to be nice.
And it's crazy because I remember like, even in, coming out of high school, I used to smell girls, and I never knew what that was. I was like, why does she smell like that? And I'm like, she probably not just thinking back that's on it. I was like, what is that? Like, what? She don't always smell like that. I don't know what that is. You know what I mean? So just be self-aware, ladies.
And it's so crazy because, like, the more and more, like, every year I grow, I learn, I look up different stuff to help different people and myself. And then, you just start reflecting and looking back, like, like she said, going back to high school, like, damn, how many girls weren't self-aware, and, they didn't have their mom to teach them properly how to, because it's one thing your mom say, okay, take a shower, take a bath, but, like, I know when I have kids, especially my daughter, I've experienced so much. I'm going to let her know in depth, or I'm going to be telling her, like, when she feels like she's ready to have sex, I'm going to be letting her know about these infections that can occur, within the vagina. Mm-hmm. If she has a partner that has multiple sex partners, if she think, I'm going to tell her, oh, you think you cute with them tight ass pants? Oh, okay. Like, I'm going to let her know, like, what can happen off that? Dirty fingers. Like, soon as I start teaching my daughter about sex and my son about sex, so he can identify, everything too. And it's so funny.
You guys don't feel ashamed.
Yeah. Tell your kids, like, you really got to tell them, because you don't want your son to be one of those dudes who just hitting it anyway and it smell like death, because it might not be.
And I just lean to the side. What?
Yeah, because it might not be vaginal, even though that's still disgusting, having sex on a fucking vaginal infection. It might be a STD, because them motherfuckers stank too, or whatever. They ain't too far apart to smell. You like, hold on, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, just tell her, go to the doctor, check herself. I remember my homeboy, he told me, he was just like, and it's so good. I just feel so good that I know all this information, because I can even help people. My homeboy, he called me one day and he was telling me about his girlfriend. He was just like, he just asked me as a woman, because he was so ashamed to, like, tell his woman that she had an odor down there, and it was a little different. So I asked him, I'm like, what is everything like that you guys been doing lately or whatever? And he was just telling me, like, and I was like, has she been eating a lot of sugar lately? Have you guys been drinking? Y'all been taking back Hennessy shots? What's going on? And the one thing that, let me tell you the one thing he said that I knew that's what triggered her having a bacterial vaginosis. Now, granted, I don't know that she had a bacterial vaginosis, but I'm pretty sure 90% because the symptoms he was telling me, he was saying how she's not a dirty girl. He ain't been messing with nobody. Everything is cool. He just said lately it's just been like this little whatever. But how I identified what was wrong with her or whatever, it was two things that I told him or whatever, and we figured out that it was bacterial vaginosis. And then once he had her corrected, then he said her pH went back to normal. He said that they were smoking heavy amounts of weed with, Swisher Sweets and tobacco. So I told him that could be the main thing that's triggering that shit off, because tobacco and the vagina, they not friends. You know what I'm saying? They not friends like that. And the other thing he said was, I said, keep it real. I said, after you guys have sex, I said, does she just roll over like the movies, or does she get up and wash up, take a shower, whatever she got to do? He's like, no, we just go to sleep. I said,
oh yeah, that's a big no-no. I learned that too. I said, you can't just roll over like the movie.
Yeah, like
I know y'all want to be romantic. Y'all think that shit's sexy. Y'all want to be,
but it's the
just
movies.
Some random,
We've been programmed.
I understand. I too have been tricked, but that's what I'm saying. I learned that late too. I was like,
so you just don't roll over like the movies and just go to sleep? Like, no, you got to get your ass in the shower, because remember, it goes back to that perspiration, that moistness or whatever,
sweat,
all that sweat, that bacteria, because you're creating all these new bacterias as you guys are having sex, which is fine. But one thing you want to do, ladies, is after you have a sexual interaction, you want to wash your area
and dry
it very, very good. It needs to be clean and dry at all times. Take a shower, hit the hot spots, whatever you got to do. Don't lay there past 10 minutes. Like, give yourself 10 minutes to be sexy. Like, after it, just lay there for a second. Then be like, okay, babe, I got to get up and, hit it real quick, hit that hot spot, go in the bathroom, dry it off. And then y'all cuddle, go to sleep, whatever the fuck y'all do. I don't know. But I'm just keeping it a buck, because we got to stop blaming each other for this shit.
So what is your advice for telling the partner? Do you think they should just come out and just say it, like, hey, I think you might have an infection, babe? Or,
yeah,
hey,
but I understand that.
I think you should go to the doctor for all that. You might get erectile dysfunction. Like, how do you address it? Do you think there's any easier way to say it than what it is?
Listen. We're going back to self-awareness, right? So if your partner is not self-aware, like, perfect example. This dude I really liked back in the day. Me looking back now, I didn't know then, but me looking back now, I realized that he suffered from erectile dysfunction, right? Because we all ate crappy as fuck when we were in our 20s, right? You know what I'm saying? We ate crappy food. So I could just remember like going to all these places and, shit and high in sugar, salt, all this type of shit, right? We all ate this bullshit, right? But I wasn't self-aware enough to know what erectile dysfunction was. I wasn't self-aware enough to know that much about, health and how it pertains to, you know what I'm saying? I really just thought he was really nervous. I really thought. But now that I'm grown, if I experienced the same thing, rewind, and like I can put myself back in that thing, I would tell him or whatever. I would be like, babe, I'm letting you know, I would just tell him as nice as I have a way with words now, and I understand like everybody's not good. I wasn't always good, and I'm still not the best, but I know I'm better than what I used to be. And I used to, not used to, but yeah, I would be afraid to ask people certain questions. I didn't want to offend anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not that person now. Like I remember one time I was afraid to tell my ex-boyfriend that he just had like a halitosis. Like it was just like bad. And it wasn't even that he didn't have a halitosis, because a halitosis starts from within your gut. He just had hella cavities in his mouth. And it was like, I was trying to tell him, but I dropped so many hints for this nigga. Like I really did. Like I dropped hella hints. Like, come on, babe, let's go to the dentist together. Like he was just so against it. I'm like, to the point where I just have to be like, my guy, you're trying to kill me with that damn dragon. Like, like I had to really be like, dude, like, and like, I didn't want to be mean, but he was not picking up the fucking hints or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, like, it can be very, very hard to tell your woman, baby, you smell like tuna tartare. You smell like a catfish. You know what I'm saying? Or, babe, the reason why your stuff is not getting up the way it is because, of how you eat, you need to clean your diet up. So, what I'm saying, you can cleanse your blood and regain more blood flow. And, what I would say now is I would just like try to be supportive. And I tell them like, let's go on like a clean diet together. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's eat clean together for the next week or two, because it's going to benefit both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like if he eating real clean, you know what I'm saying? And those artery ways get unrestricted and they open up, and you know what I'm saying, it's going to benefit you and it's going to benefit him, and he going to have the confidence and the shit again. And that way anything extra you do in foreplay is because you wanted to do it, not because you had to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's because like, he didn't need me to assist him because he really needed me to I wanted to, I didn't have to assist him. I just did whatever I did. You feel what I'm saying? I hope y'all read in between the lines. But, yeah, so I would just say, I know it, like, because it's one of those hard things that we got to get over. And, like, I think it's just best that people break the ice and just keep it 100. Like, it's hard, but try. I'm not going to lie, it's hard because I just came to this shit right now, to this new confidence right now. Like, literally, like right now. Like, just like 7-8 months ago, I was like, you know what? I'm not holding my tongue. I'm going to tell, and if I'm going to tell people how it is, and if they don't like it, then they're not meant to be in my life. And if they cool, then we can, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always going to make sure that I come from a place of love, a place of respect, not try to make anybody feel bad. And, we're going to get this shit out on the table. You know what I'm saying? So if your baby smelling like tuna, you should be like, babe, I don't know how to say this or whatever, but is something going on with your stuff or whatever. Like, do you think it's something you've been eating lately or whatever? Do you want to go to the doctor so we can see together? Yada, yada. If your girl or your man, if your woman or your man say no, they're too embarrassed or they ego, lead their ass. I'm sorry. Because I'm not, like I said, 5 years, I got a boyfriend. She don't want to get her shit checked and it smell like tuna, go and get a girlfriend that's clean. I mean, not clean, but it ain't that she's dirty, but she's dirty for not wanting to see the issue and the problem, what's wrong, so she can clear it up. That's the dirty part. And I know people, they be, especially women, they feel dirty when something is going on down there. But just like, it's a very common problem. You're not dirty. You just need to clean up your diet, because 90% of the symptoms come from the things that we consume and the things that we eat. Other things are like outside, things like I said, the soap, the sprays, the dishes, the tight jeans, the dyes in the clothes, etc. Yeah. So anything else on we said our experiences.
I guess I would like to say, if you can't be honest with your partner, the one that you get naked in front of and do all those,
and supposed to spend the rest of your life with,
then, if you can't tell them how you feel, then, maybe that's not the partner for you. Because this is more than just like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, can you be honest with this person? Can you build with this person? That's sexual health, mental health, spiritual
Baby, you acting a little crazy right now. Like, your daddy's schizophrenic. You think we should go get you?
Like, you definitely have to start picking right, ladies and gentlemen. Like, men, get that out of your head that it's the women all the time.
And vice versa.
And vice versa, hold yourself accountable.
Everybody hold their damn self accountable. Both people. He ain't got to get you wet and she ain't got to get you hard, okay? You should already look at her just from the simple fact that you went up to her at the park, in the club, in the grocery store. You seen something attractive about her before she even took her damn clothes off. So just for the simple fact that you already like her mind, her body or whatever, yo shit, as soon as she pull them damn pants down, it should already be like boing. If it's not like that, exactly. If it ain't like boing, you better go on a diet. And I ain't talking about like a diet like where you're starving. So I'm just saying like a clean diet, because everybody has diets. We got good diets, we got bad diets. Bad diets is the reason that you in this position now. Both people, men and women, bad diet. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this was so fucking helpful for you guys because
love this episode.
I love this topic.
Hopefully, a lot of young girls, even if you don't want to watch it with your parents, or even if you don't want to watch it with your teenage daughter,
or your husband, or your wife,
send it to them. That's the best part about videos. You can just send it to them and listen to this.
And look up stuff or whatever. Like, you know, go inside the Google search or the YouTube search, and then just put in, you know, erectile dysfunction associated with diet. And, you know, it'll be a few videos of people, of different men talking about their experiences and how they cured or, you know, corrected their situation that you could be going through, you know. Same thing with women, you know what I'm saying? Look it up or whatever. Don't just be sitting there living with that shit, living with a stanky you know what, and stanky slimy you know what. That thing needs to be dry and it needs to smell good like the queen you are, okay? And last but not least, please just stop being afraid to address your, you know, teach your children the proper sexual health and address your spouses if there is an issue. You don't want to be like her friend going 5 years.
5 years.
You know what I'm saying?
No ding dong.
So she said.
No, I know she not.
So she just say like,
huh?
I mean, what does he do though? What do they even have other sexual things going on?
Well, I don't know. At first she was just saying like she would try, but he would just like shy away, like. And now he drinks a lot, and I'm like, you making that even worse. You can't drown your sorrows. You're not dying anytime soon.
You are making the ding dong even softer by drinking every damn night.
Too much, you know. If you're gonna drink some damn watermelon juice. That's really good for
some coconut juice too.
Yeah, that's really, really, really good for your arteries. Some peppers. That's really good.
Oh yeah. Nuts. Red bell peppers, high in vitamin C.
Yep.
Put some of that shit in your diet.
Yep. Stay away from the soy, the dairy, all that stuff. Like
too much of all that.
Y'all gotta balance it out, man.
So yeah, so please subscribe, like, comment, tell us if this shit was helpful, and share it. Tell us if it was helpful.
Share it again.
Yeah, all that. And yeah, we're gonna wrap it up today for Ameerah Explains It All. I hope this solves the back and forth. Hold yourselves accountable, and I love you guys.
Tastes like candy. Better tastes like candy.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you gonna do. Here we go. I broke up with my ex, I couldn't take his sarcasm. Every time we bone, I had to fake an orgasm. Moaning and moaning, tried to make him feel manly. I'd rather use my toys, cause my hands come in handy. I finally told him that my heart was somewhere else. Whenever we sex, I wish that he was someone else. The dude that approached me at the bar the other night, that be the Mr. Right and hot enough to miss some ice.